Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Elia in this incarnation. I am here today to talk about the energies of this next week from today, February 16th until February 23rd. So we are ending the Aquarius season because on February 18th, the Sun enters in Pisces. So we start this time of the year in which we have the opportunity to connect in a greater level with our own spirit, with our own intuition. This is also about being more sensitive, not only to our own emotions, but also the external ones. This is about being more empathetic too, but it is important with this energy of Pisces, depending on the context and what we are transiting, of course, to establish also boundaries and to understand, to not confuse empathy with lack of healthy boundaries. And there are things that we are going to experiment the whole week, but I am going to go in order. But I did wanted to mention this because Neptune is in conjunction with the North Node in Pisces right now. This is something that it has been active for weeks, and it is going to stay active until the moment that Neptune moves to Aries, which is March 30th. But this week, it is going to be perfected. So we have to see this transit as something that is much more collective, because this conjunction of the North Node and Neptune in Pisces is not going to happen again in more than 300 years. So this is marking the ending of the times and the beginning of experiences that we are moving forward, that we are moving towards, that are unknown. So this is a big deal, but we don't have to focus too much in what we are transiting in our daily things. Of course, this is impacting, but it is more about perhaps it is something that we are going to understand in years when we can look back to this transition as humans. So the Pisces area right now, it is the area where we are invited to integrate an energy, to evolve, to grow. Being Virgo, an area where we are invited to let go of, to do a cleansing, which is not like the good and the bad, you know. Both of these experiences had its pros and cons. So the conjunction of Neptune and the North Node in Pisces is implying processes of union in which we are understanding how to contribute with each other in order to produce real changes that can be a contribution for everyone. But also this conjunction, it implies leave behind illusions linked with Neptune that in these last years, they took also a place even in the spiritual world. I mean, that therapy, that energetic cleansing, depositing the things on the outside, you know, that cleansing is going to solve my problems, that therapy is going to cut the pattern. And if we don't choose to do the labor, if we are not the ones that are choosing to make decisions to produce the changes, nothing outside is going to save us. Those things are bridges to connect with ourselves in a deeper level, but are not going to save us or rescue us from our own reality. So this is important too. And the other thing that I was explaining the other day with the leaders, we cannot deposit everything in one person. You know, when that person comes, everything is going to be solved. When that thing happens, it is not about that. It is about understanding how we need to take our role, which is something that Neptune in Aries is going to teach us very strongly. We need to take our role, listening to our intuition, and make things from our place to contribute from the space that we have right now, because that is real union. So other thing that I wanted to mention with this Neptune in Pisces, it is the fact that you know, it is going through the last degrees. So I wanted to mention this musician. His name is Jacob Collier, and beyond if you like his music or not, sorry, beyond if you like his music or not, I think it is a very good archetype to of Neptune in Pisces, because his music was expanded during this transit, but also of Neptune in Aries. I am going to explain why. Because I observed that in the last concerts, probably when he was able to play to a big audience, he's doing this thing of, you know, creating these imaginary divisions, and he gives notes to the public, and he starts to create harmonies with them. So this connection, this union of everyone, you know, creating this core that sounds like angels. I think I was very like moved by that. I think it was very, very beautiful. It is the energy of Neptune in Pisces, but also I was saying Neptune in Aries because he is the medium, the means to connect all of these people. By, you know, occupying its role in the great symphony. So this is Neptune in Pisces teaching us about occupying, discovering our own note in the whole symphony. Well, it is a very beautiful energy, very poetic. Okay, let's go in order. On February 20th, we have Mercury in Pisces creating a square with Jupiter in Gemini. So this is something that we are going to feel from tomorrow, probably. It is attention. So let's see. Mercury is the planet of communication, mental processes, but also exchanges of information. And exchanges are not only words. I mean, buying something, it is an exchange of information. Even though Venus is the one that is associated with tangible resources or the things that we value. But, well, Jupiter in Gemini, it is this planet of expansion, of abundance, of growth, you know, optimism, the joy. So the square with Jupiter in Gemini being attention, this could imply, I'm going to talk about the expressions and then how we can integrate. This could imply, in first place, to, for example, having a proposal of something and overlook important details. So then the proposal, it is not the thing that we were expecting, you know, it is far away from that. Because this Mercury in Pisces wants to imagine and dream about the possibilities. Other expression could be linked with that, you know, imagining possibilities that are not very practical, that actually are disconnected from the facts and the reality. And that happens many times as wanting to run away from our, you know, from the challenges or the things that we are going through in our own lives. Other expression could be linked with having possibilities that could be practical, but there are too much, and we are considering every one of them, and we are thinking too much of every option. So it is hard to listen to our intuition, which is the potential of Mercury in Pisces. So the integration in those cases, it is about choosing what truly has sense. It is not about what the patterns of your mind is telling you. It is not about what your mind already knows. It is about what has truly sense, because through that space, it comes expansion. And also it is a very creative transit, because we can connect with these ideas from other planes. Actually, we are always people are channeling every time that they are creating, actually, but the levels to which they are connecting, they are going to depend on the vessel, you know, on the receptive vessel, which are us. So I'm saying this because that's the reason that we have many different kind of musics, of music, and some of them I don't resonate at all because of the message, because of many things that are emitted through that music, and there are other things that I think that are beautifully created, and I reconnect with the hope in humanity, you know. So this is the thing. It is a very creative aspect, especially for artists, but for all of you, to connect with these ideas, to design these ideas, and then to observe how they can actually be something in reality. Well, On February 23rd, we have the perfection of the conjunction between Neptune and North Node in Pisces that is happening in the degree 28. If you have planets there, probably you are feeling the impact of this conjunction near that degree. On that same day, a lot is happening actually, because Mercury in Pisces is creating a trine with Mars in Cancer that is stationary. And I'm going to make a stop in here because Mars is going to be stationary the whole week. This means that it is about to be direct. In fact, it is going to become direct that same day after the trine that creates with Mercury, but it all happens in that same day. So the thing is that Mars in Cancer has been retrograde in here. In fact, we have the retrogradation. We had the retrogradation between the first degrees of Leo and the last ones of Cancer. Since December, but the shadow period started in October. So things that were stagnant from that moment could start to move. And also something very, very important about Mars stationary. This is something that I always repeat, but planets that are about to become direct or about to be retrograde, we feel it with a lot of strength. So irritability, this impulsivity, things that are being shown, that we have already reevaluated during the retrogradation, linked with our decisions, our actions, the things that create anger in ourselves, linked with home, linked with the patterns that we have acquired of our original family, in this incarnation, the home or the family that we have created at the present moment, our core emotional, our nucleus. I think I'm inventing that word, but yeah, our core emotional experience. This is about a Cancer. So those things could be moving this week because of the fact that Mars is stationary. But this trine, it is a harmonic aspect, very, very beautiful, that enables us to connect, to be clear in a very intuitive way of which is the decision that we need to take. Perhaps we already processed something and we are seeing clearly, we can feel it clearly where we need to move. Perhaps this is about creating agreements with other people in a very fluid way, but something is starting to move, and it is about taking certain initiatives too. So that same day, as I said, Mars becomes direct in the degree 17 of Cancer. So people that have planets there will also feel this. Okay, I am going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.